Hello, Minnesota DECA. My name is Megan Matuzik, and these are my officer members on my team this year. And we're super excited to start this podcast back up and just kind of getting some information out to you guys finally. Um, through Zoom, it's different than face to face, but we're just lucky to be here in general and still doing what DECA does. So to start off, I am Megan Matuzik, like I mentioned. I'm your state president for the year, and I am a student at Minnesota State University, Moorhead. And I am a senior, so I'll be done at my university in a year, but I will be graduating with a degree in advertising and public relations with a minor in media analytics. And so I will pass the baton over to my not only roommate, but also a vice president on the board. And so she'll give you a little info about herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abby. I am the Northern Regional Vice President for the state of Minnesota this year for Minnesota Collegiate DECA. Myself, along with Megan, are both students at Minnesota State University, Moorhead. I am studying communication studies and a minor in leadership studies with an emphasis in event planning and promotions. Hopefully, by using my DECA skills, that'll lead me to my future career after I graduate in May of 2022. Fun fact about me is I love cats. I'm going to pass it to my other officer, Sebastian, so he can introduce himself.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Megan. My name is Sebastian, everybody. I am your some region vice president. I am unsure, but I am currently an accounting student at Alexandria Technical and Community College, and I am hoping to someday get my undergrad in finance and accounting. Fun fact about me is I have a phobia of small spaces, and I have two beautiful dogs. I'm a dog person, although I love cats. I was gonna say I prefer dogs. And with that, I'll pass the torch over to my peer and other officer, Agua Wapa. Agua.
Hi guys, thanks you guys so much. My name is Agua, and my major is business management with a minor in healthcare administration. I go to Southwest Minnesota State University. I'm a junior this year. I would say a fact about myself, it's not very fun, but I mean, I'm allergic to dairy products, which is pretty uncommon, but I also like to take walks. I like to listen to podcasts. Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Cool. Yeah, so that is just briefly the team that you'll be able to get to know better throughout the year. And at competitions, if you recognize any of us, please come up, say hi, ask questions, conferences, everything that we're attending for DECA. We really want to get involved as much as possible, so please feel free to do that. So I will bring to the table a question that might spark a conversation. So if anyone has anything to say regarding this, feel free to jump in. But for this podcast, I kind of wanted to touch on why you joined DECA, or I guess kind of where you fit in the DECA world. And I think that's an important thing to talk about, just because that's so that's what really immersed me in the experience, is just finding my really specific niche and then sticking with it. And so I would say my favorite part of the whole DECA experience that I've had through Minnesota DECA is probably the relationships. And so, just meeting my team that I have right now, it's been amazing. We have the absolutely most amazing director for our state board, and her name is Jenny. If you see her or hear of her, give her a shout as well. She does amazing things behind the scenes that you would never even imagine. And so I think one of my favorite parts is the relationship side, really by a long shot, just because of the great people that I've been able to meet. So Agua, I'll pass it to you. Do you want to just kind of mention maybe some of the things that really have kept you around, or like brought you in to begin with, I guess, with DECA?
Yeah, I would say what brought me into DECA was just the leadership opportunities and the different ways to grow as in public speaking. It was exciting to have our meeting with just us officers and learn how to get better at public speaking, which is something we had a lot of fun with. And I would just say just meeting new people, networking, and just getting to know the business world a little bit more, and just getting that experience that you may not get in the traditional setting or at school in general. Just getting that hands-on learning experience has been really exciting. How about for you, Sebastian? What do you think? What's been really nice for you?
Well, you make a good point with the networking aspect, and not only being able to learn how to speak in front of our peers through our officer retreat. Stumbled over my words. Has been wonderful. But I want to touch on a point that Megan brought up, and that is finding your space. Because necessarily what I have learned about DECA is that I found my space. The first areas I competed in was business ethics and event planning. And from there, I realized that, I did all right, not too crazy. But from there, I realized that, okay, this is where the space I'm starting. Now let's expand that. You can build your own map in a way. So one thing that has been nice for me with DECA is it has pushed me out of my comfort zone. It has helped me to find my space, as Megan mentioned, but it has also helped me find other ways into other spaces and helped me find other skill sets that I didn't know I had. I think that what really, really attracts me to DECA, though, is being part of a community, a national community, that you just have so many options for networking and meeting friends and developing skills. I think that as a whole, I like DECA because it pushes me to be uncomfortable, and that's where you grow, is outside of your comfort zone. How about you, Abby?
Thank you, Sebastian. DECA for me, I guess coming in my freshman year, I didn't know a lot of people at my college. So I went to my sidewalk cafe at my university, MSUM, and I found the DECA table. I signed up for the emails, and I did not know what doors it was going to open for me. I went to the CDC state conference in my freshman year, and we ended up going to Orlando. So I've been able to travel with DECA, which is something I did not do in high school. I was on an airplane twice in high school, and both were my senior year. So I really didn't know how to travel outside of North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. So that opened a lot of doors. I got to go to Chicago with DECA and tour the Google headquarters in Chicago. So a lot of things I've been able to do because of DECA, but I've also gained confidence by doing it. The role play with the judges at both international and state level competitions within a team event, really knowing my roles, because I kind of like to take charge in a team event, but also knowing my boundaries on what my partner should talk about in our presentation and what I should talk about. It those skills, it takes time to learn. I guess you aren't really like told you need to learn this, but DECA's really like brought it out on me as far as what you should do going into your future career.
That's awesome. I agree with those. I think really just kind of rounds you out as a person, honestly. And yeah, so lastly, I guess we should probably give a little bit of a look into this coming year and kind of what our roles in that will be. And so I am in charge of our state Twitter account. And so if you have any interaction there, that'll be through me, and the other officers have some accounts that they run as well. And really just facilitating events such as Innovation Summit and, relaying that information to our chapters and our regions as far as different chapters that we will be working with. And if you do have any questions, whether you're, considered under my constituents or not, I would love to always help out. And so feel free to contact us, which will include contact information with this as well, so that that is possible for any students or members with questions. And so I will pass it to Sebastian so he can kind of tell us what accounts he's working with and, what his role will be with these events for the year.
Thank you, Megan. Well, as Megan mentioned earlier, we're all in charge of a different piece of the pie. I was lucky enough to see it at Snapchat, the kind of more new platform. So if you have any interaction on there, I know I've posted a couple videos just kind of talking to the group on Snapchat, and yeah, any feedback you guys have, anything, feel free to comment. We're always looking to respond, always looking for new ways to improve our content, and honestly give you guys what you want to see, because it's not just about us, it's about you guys as well, and we want to make sure that we represent State DECA to the level that it deserves to be. Abby, do you have anything to add?
Yes, Sebastian and Megan and Agua, I am running Instagram. So if you want to follow us at, I'm triple checking, MN DECA. So letter MNDECA. That's on our Instagram, and we're going to try, maybe, possibly, we'll see what we can do with TikTok. So we're working on those different platforms. If you post pictures, please tag us. We always like to see what our Minnesota schools are doing. But also coming up, we're going to blink and it's already going to be October. So making sure now it's August, September, you're getting ready and you're going to all your chapter events, but please talk to your advisor, because we have on October 15th, we want everybody to register for the Innovation Summit. So it's coming up pretty quick, and we're very excited to welcome students to our first conference. Agua, do you want to talk about your social media platform that you are running this school year?
Yeah, so I'm running the Facebook account, and as we've all said, we just want to get feedback and kind of ideas from you guys as well. So if you have any ideas of things that you want to see, or different ways that you want to interact with us, let us know. We're always open to ideas and feedback, as Sebastian said, and we just want to make it as fun and exciting for you guys as possible. So just let us know what we can do to make it best for you guys.
Cool. And so I also just wanted to note one more thing. So you will actually be getting $10 off of your CDC registration, which CDC is the Career Development Conference. So that is state, if anyone refers to it as state, that is the CDC conference. And that is if you attend Innovation Summit. So just one more incentive to get involved there. And yeah, just talk to your advisor. If you have any questions, feel free to ask anyone on the board. Yeah, and like I said, Jay runs this whole show, honestly. And so we're just here to relay that information. Yeah, and if there's anything else you guys wanted to, touch base on, feel free to jump in. Otherwise, we would love to hear feedback on anything that you want to hear in future podcasts, if there's specific questions, topics, anything like that. Other than that, I will open the floor to anyone who has.
I kind of just piggybacking off of Innovation Summit, Emerging Leaders is also coming up in November 19th, correct? In St. Cloud. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. We also have a goal, a chapter-wide goal for Minnesota. If you increase your membership by 10%, you get a pizza party. So keep that in mind. Increase those memberships. We're coming off of a crazy, unusual year. We have seen an impact in many different industries, and DECA is not an exception. So this year, we really want to focus on increasing that membership to what it used to be.
On our website, if you actually go onto our MN Collegiate DECA website, down at the bottom, you can join our mailing list, so you can never miss an update. So if you subscribe, you give us your email address. It's a great way for us to send you emails on updates from the state level and get you the most updated information on all things Minnesota Collegiate DECA.
So thank you guys so much for joining us and for tuning into our podcast, and we hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for tuning in to Moment of Momentum.